Welcome to the Coronado National Forest, or as we say here in Nogales, Arizona, Bienvenido al Bosque Nacional Coronado. The Coronado National Forest spans 16 scattered mountain ranges of sky islands, some over 7,000 feet tall.
What is a sky island, you might ask? Let's take a look and see.
Nestled in the Santa Rita Mountains sits the stunning Madera Canyon.
It's absolutely a hiker's paradise because it has a little bit of hiking for every level of hiking person around.
With more than 100 miles of hiking trails, there are plenty of places to enjoy the diverse wildlife and ecosystems that call this canyon home.
There's a number of mammal species here. We have everything from mountain lions to black bears to the rare coatimundi. There's raccoons and possums. It's one of the few places in North America where you can find all 4 species of skunk in one place, which can be a treat at times.
Luis Calvo is an avid hiker and knows the canyon well. He explains the uniqueness of the area is because Madera Canyon is a sky island. A sky island is a mountain surrounded by a valley. And even though it's the desert, the climate in the sky island is wetter and allows all kinds of species to live together, especially birds.
Covering almost 2 million acres of land in southeastern Arizona and southwestern New Mexico, it is home to plant and animal communities as biologically diverse as those encountered on a trip from Mexico to Canada. It is home to more than 576 species of mammals, birds, reptiles, and amphibians not found in any other national forest. Originally nicknamed Islands of the Desert, it was established in 1908. In 1941, Congress established Coronado National Memorial.
The purpose of Coronado National Memorial is to commemorate and interpret Francisco Vázquez de Coronado's expedition and the enduring cultural influences of 16th century Spanish colonial exploration in the Americas. The National Memorial also preserves the natural and human history of the area for the benefit and enjoyment of present and future generations. Now, let's hear from Christine Thiel, who is a natural resource staff officer in Arizona.
The Coronado National Forest is made up of 16 Sky Island mountain ranges in southeastern Arizona. Our Land and Resource Management Plan, approved in 2018, identifies needs for change from the prior plan adopted in the mid-1980s. Among these needs are reducing the threat of invasive species and for conserving native species as a strategy for ecosystem resiliency and restoration.
With the onset of the 1930s and the CCC, the Civilian Conservation Corps, the Forest Service found ways to enforce grazing restrictions largely through the establishment and fencing of grazing allotments. For years, there has been controversy between foresters and ranchers regarding cattle rights. The CCC built fences, cattle guards, stock tanks, and corrals to revegetate grassland areas. Controversies have been viewed around allowing cattle to overgraze in riparian habitats. The Center for Biological Diversity in Maricopa Audubon conducted field surveys to document extensive damage from cattle grazing in the Coronado National Forest streamside habitats, including designated critical habitat for threatened yellow-billed cuckoos and other rare wildlife. The memorial provides a unique opportunity to reflect on the complex relationship between the United States and Mexico. For many years, the border wall has been a huge controversy. A lot of people are for the wall, a lot of people are against it. The people that are for the wall believe that the wall keeps people from illegally entering the United States to migrate and or transport drugs for the cartel. The people that are against it believe that it restricts the natural migration that native animals have used for many years. The border wall has been seen as a huge controversy in Nogales. For years, the National Park Service has not worked with natives to care for the land. Now, they are working together, now more than ever. Let's take a look at a program in Mount Lemmon, which is making a great deal of change.
Pretty hard, but it's fulfilling, because you see in all the stuff that we've been in and what we cut through, it's rewarding to see how far you got, how much you cut, and how it looks after you went through.
We have a unique opportunity here with the Department of Forestry and Fire Management, and then also with the Bureau of Indian Affairs and Fort Apache Agency using Reserve Treaty Rights Lands, or RTRL dollars, to help connect those Native American tribes to the land, their ancestral lands, and then also being able to accomplish meaningful work on the ground for the communities here.
The Apaches had roamed great places, all the way down to Mexico, all the way to Texas. So you had a vast land, and even this part here in Mount Lemmon is something that we consider is our ancestral land.
The national purpose, right, and the purpose that we've really established the program for, RTRL, is to allow tribes that haven't had an opportunity in the past to reach out to not only the Forest Service, but to state and private sector agencies and other Department of Interior agencies, and emphasize tribal priorities on in relation to land management opportunities.
Between 1.4 and 2.9 million visitors each year, Coronado National Forest has a potential to reach many that are capable of great change. Whose land is it anyways? Is it yours? Ours?